Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ. You are here on the home of the slightly above average ship review. As you can see by this waiting screen here, we're in a domination match on Riposte, and we are in the American Tier 8 Tech Tree Destroyer AM Sumner today. There is a lot of things to like about AM Sumner. Right at the beginning, let's go to our stat comparison, courtesy of WoW's builds. Comparing all Tier 8 destroyers, sea detectability, the most detectable in its base format is Adriatico. AM Sumner is fourth. In fifth place, there are two ships with 7.6 kilometers base detectability. So it's pretty detectable. It has the third lowest hit points. Only Yagumo and Chungmu have less. It is top of the heap in HE DPM at 205,714. It has the quickest base rudder shift at the tier at 3.1 seconds. And AA DPS, it is fourth behind Smoland, Elbing, and Kitakazi. So you pretty much see the archetype for a knife fighting gunboat here in the AM Sumner. All right, we're moving out. We're headed towards Alpha. This is one of the maps where the wargaming developers all smoked crack before they decided to put the circles down. So, I mean, whatever. You know, I'm not really in love with the layout. Here we're going to have to sneak right alongside the island. We are already shooting down airplanes, and that's quite all right with me. I'm going to get into a position where I can shoot if he's threatening me, but otherwise won't be able to shoot. Right now, I don't think we can really shoot him that much. That's fine. I don't need to kill all those planes right away. I would rather keep myself safe from torpedoes and let one of my teammates deal with them. All right, we found our first enemy ship, an Odin. Oh man, the Odin's kind of a weird ship to me in terms of the Germans. It doesn't have great secondaries. You know, it's got torpedoes. Maybe I'll have to review the Odin here sooner or later. I don't think I've ever reviewed it before. Maybe with one of those event commanders, Clara Tesla or something like that. Anyway, back to the AM Sumner. Really nice ship. If you haven't advanced this far up the U.S. gunboat line, you will enjoy it. There's our first solo base cap. We are going to turn and get some torpedoes out on the Odin. I think we're going to lead him. All right, maybe we're not going to lead him at all. And we did our job over here at Alpha. We captured that base. So we are just going to keep motoring here into the Bravo cap. And we're going to leave the Odin alone. We're going to leave him to his own devices. I'm maneuvering slightly to quasi-avoid these airplanes. You can see our carrier player is on the ball today. He's got his planes out there, and my AA kicks in, and that enemy squadron is having a hard time as we shoot down a couple of more airplanes there. By a couple, I mean 5. All right, so we're no longer spotted because those guys were all destroyed. We're going to torp out at another ship in passing. En passant, as they say in French or in chess. Is that also the Odin? Maybe that's another Odin. Maybe I'm high. What's over here? Chapayev. More planes coming in. I'm not worried about airplanes at all. You definitely have enough AA in this craft to defend yourself. I mean, clearly not at the level of some of the other destroyers I talked about. But if there's a second tier, you are at the top of the second tier. We are spotted by somebody's radar, but I don't think it's anyone who can shoot at us. I'm not immediately receiving fire. All right, maybe from the Chapayev. We're maneuvering, and in a minute here, I think I am going to shoot at Chapayev. Meanwhile, off screen, I think I got a torpedo strike on the Odin, who I don't know what's happening to the Odin. But we are taking damage from that torpedo as my aim is off. And we're going to keep shooting at Chapayev. And we get a double strike, ladies and gentlemen, with only 21,000 damage. I don't know, that may be one of the lower level double strikes ever out there in terms of damage. Nothing beats my Kraken damage record of, I want to say, I think it was 13k. Kraken with only 13k damage, but maybe it was 14k. But still, you know, only I care about those kind of records. In fact, I will link that Kraken damage video for those of you who have never seen that. What is the least amount of damage you can do and still get a Kraken? Anyway, we are shooting now at Atlantico, who is trying to push in. And I mean, this makes sense as we get our second base cap, that Atlantico would hope somebody else would spot me. Meanwhile, torpedoes over there on Bismarck. We get 3 torpedo strikes on him. Still shooting at Atlantico, trying to kill pinch. I think we're taking fire damage, maybe. But try as we might, we are not going to get the kill there. All right. Bismarck, I think we may have been taking damage there too. No longer. And we're still shooting down airplanes. These are just spotter planes that flew into my smoke screen. But I'm just going to take a little break for a minute here before deciding my next course of action. And guess what it's going to be, folks? I'm just going to move to the next cap. It's domination match. Your destroyer, that's your job. Cap the base. I don't think I've said that in a while. You know what else I haven't said in a while? Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my subscribers on Rumble. As we shoot down more airplanes, I think we're getting close. 1 airplane away from the clear sky medal. Can we get it? Yes, we can. All right, that's a weird medal combo. A double strike and a clear sky. Don't worry, we're not done shooting down airplanes yet. All right, we got a Kansas over here. We're going to try to wait to get into a better position. And I still have yet to see an enemy destroyer. I mean, I'm a gunboat. I will happily kill an enemy destroyer. But I think what you're going to see is that maybe some of the reason I haven't seen an enemy destroyer is because our aircraft carrier commander has been doing a great job keeping them occupied. Right here, we're going to run aground on the island. Thankfully, Kansas is more concerned with other people aside from me. He's being harried and harassed by the carrier commander. And you can see it just did a drop there as he goes behind the island. Meanwhile, other torps moving in on the Iowa. And we get a couple of torpedo strikes there. We are over 100,000 damage. And we're not ticking, unfortunately. But still, we are doing a great job. Having a great game. We've got 2 solo base caps. We are moments away from our 3rd one. This is how you know I'm playing with total impunity. I am gunboating in Iowa, out in the middle of a cap circle that I'm trying to cap, and he is not even going to shoot back at me, not once. We're out of his secondary range. I don't have that to worry about. That other ship went behind an island, so who cares about him? Trying to gunboat the Iowa. We get the solo base cap, and once again, we cannot get the kill. The carrier player is going to go after me. Oh, no, sir. Oh, no. You're just going to get shot down all day long. And I'm not even trying to really do evasive maneuvers. A little, not a lot. I am going for that aircraft carrier. By the way, I think it's a Pobeda. I am going for the Pobeda next. All that's left is the carrier and the 2 destroyers. What have the enemy destroyers been doing all game? Well, I'll tell you what they haven't been doing. They haven't been watching my channel, the home of the Slightly Above Average Ship Review, where we talk all day long and then some about how to blade destroyers in a domination match. And I would say the way I've been playing, 3 solo base caps, our team in the lead, and me just waiting for the enemy to kill them so I can kill them, is far superior to what they've been doing. But I'm not going to say I did it all by myself. Again, we've never even seen the enemy destroyers. I think it's because our carrier did a great job here. And I got to tell you, When you are in the destroyer and you have a great carrier backing you up, it is easy to tell. And they got a Sumner on their team. It looks like he has a kill. Their other destroyer hasn't done anything. Here's a smoke screen back, presumably by their aircraft carrier. So that tells you everything you need to know. Their destroyer is back here babysitting their aircraft carrier, and there is no reason to do that. All right, we're putting torps in the water. There is the Summer CE torpedo boat. That thing should have been tearing it up this match. I have no idea what that guy's been doing all match. Certainly not trying to accomplish the objectives. He gets taken out. And before we can get those torps in on the Pobeda, that ends the battle. All right, you can tell this isn't the current campaign because I haven't paid for the current campaign yet. Here we are on the victory screen. Double strike medal, clear sky medal, 3 solo base caps, 2 kills. And we had 30 airplanes shot down, 113,250 total damage. We ended up with 322,256 silver and over 6,200 ship XP and commander XP in the AM Sumner. Don't come step into the AM, or you might get told. 2 medals, 2 big kills, 2767 base XP. Top of the board for our team. This other destroyer, did he even log into the match? Probably not. One hand tied behind our back, we still came out victorious. Simply because they had terrible destroyer play. Their AM Sumner didn't really do anything in this match. So it all evens out in the end. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't get the reference, just plug in third base to your search bar here in YouTube.